think I could have got one that was better for microphones. Some of them let it hang there, which is better. Mine's very much attached by metal, so if I were to flick the even the metal bass, that sound would reverberate up and through the mic.
Yeah.
Whereas like one that where it sets free and can bounce around. Yeah.
The shock absorber thing. Yeah. Shocking and riveting discussions on a wonderful Wednesday morning about microphone stands and shock absorbers. Good morning, everybody. What's up? I am your host, Kyle Malone with LRMornings, and I am joined today by
Nick. I'm here again.
Oh, you guys know him. He does that Marvel Multiverse of Madness thing, or Mondays.
With
Marvel,
you. So people love you so much.
Monday Megazord. Mega Marvel.
Marvel Multiverse Mondays. No, but see, people should head over and check it out if they haven't yet.
Yes.
Because I hear you always end up talking a little bit about WandaVision in the days that follow anyway. Or at least you did the first week.
I think we did.
I think we did the first week. I was on LRM Mondays and we talked about it again. But if you really want to hear Kyle talk about it, check out that podcast where all we talk about is Marvel.
If you're still on the AIM bandwagon, okay, bad news for you guys.
So wasted in the movies. So wasted.
I'm not saying that it's an impossibility that they will never show up again or anything like that. It's just that this is very much a magic show, which is why I don't believe, unless they amalgamate Grim Reaper into with Lady Death and make him more like, or her like, what we call the Grim Reaper on Earth, on real Earth, unless they make the Grim Reaper like that. This is an all magic show, you guys. I'll go ahead. Let me do my hex breakdown. So everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Then I got something new.
There's the beekeeper. The beekeeper thing looks like AIM, even though we saw in the trailer that it is indeed a sword guy in a regular hazmat suit, and that there are bees there, which is interesting because, like I said, I thought maybe potentially it was a spell. But anyways,
oh shit.
So
I know why there are bees there now.
You actually do see him, and he's not AIM. He's in that white sword suit. Hexagons. Everyone's like, "Oh, look, hexagons." It's just like AIM, and I'm like, "No, hexagons. How many sides are there in a hexagon? 6. How many infinity stones were there? 6. How many points are there on the hexagon? 6. So there you go. 666. Mephisto's something that is talked about a lot inside of the theories during dealing with WandaVision. When WandaVision originally had her kids, the whole point was to unlock her what? Her hex magic.
This makes even more sense now. The opening credits to the animated one, the moon had like 6 stars around it.
Yes.
And people were like, Infinity Stones. But now it almost makes more sense as far as the 666.
Part of it.
General.
And then it's like hexagons. Hex is another word for curse. There's theory that Wanda's a little bit in control of things, but is also potentially not 100% in control of things. And then the storyline of Wanda and Vision's kids revolves around Mephisto trying to get Wanda to unlock her chaos magic, which was sometimes referred to as hex magic as well. So there's your hexagon, guys. There's no AIM. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow proudly right here on LRMornings, but there's no AIM, guys. It's all magic.
We'll know for sure. When in one of the most recent trailers or behind the scenes videos, you see that there's a shot of him in color walking through the dome.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, okay. So we'll see his back in color, but yeah, it's pretty obvious it's the sword. I know why there are bees there now, based on my latest theory.
What's
on
that?
Our last show, where I said that people kind of manifest what they're wearing or like what's even around them by thinking it. Like Monica Rambeau talking about her boss, Mr. Shit. It's a kind of fish, and then she's wearing fish pants, and then Stork comes, and then the sword necklace. Why would she intentionally wear that there? It's probably manifested by her thinking about sword. I think that's the same. The only reason they're actual bees is because he's thinking about bees because he's in a bee suit.
Yeah,
I think that's why they're real bees. You mentioned them maybe being a defense mechanism. I think it's just he's going in disguise, and then the world around him is manifesting more of his disguise, which in his case would be a swarm of bees, which makes him more suspicious.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't find it right this moment. Just doing a quick Google search, but I did see it the other day. In one of the videos showing clips from the show, and I don't know if they're part of like what we would call TV spots or whatever you want to call them, but you do see him. And he actually is below the city. He's in a tunnel of some sort.
Oh, okay.
And
he still steps into a bubble, doesn't it look like? You can
still see the bubble.
So, yeah, he went through the bubble in the sewer.
Yes, and comes out. And if I'm not mistaken, I wish I could really fucking find it right now, but I can't. If I'm not mistaken, I think you already see the bees. And that's why I don't think it's the people outside that manifest it going in. But you guys should all go check out the Marvel thing for that. I just wanted to shit on AIM a little bit more, mostly because Marvel wasted it. But I will say this, that AIM, it would be lame, no rhyme intended.
No, it was totally intended.
It would be really incredibly lame for AIM to just replace Hydra, and like we basically soft reset to get to the Young Avengers eventually, with AIM infiltrating sword.
I now
like
know
Hydra
the real
infiltrated Shield.
I now know the Jesus. No, it's got to be like I said, Roxxon or whatever, Rox Corp, like jumping it through sword. But I now know what the soap importance is, and it's kind of disappointing because supposedly it's a reference to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not something that references directly into her life besides being Hydra, which doesn't make sense. That she'd be referencing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in her visions just so they can do a Hydra soap
I don't
joke.
think it's.
Did you know the line they're talking about?
And it's different.
Well, it's like because there was some mention of soap being used as mind control device by Hydra in the show, right? For the people who haven't seen it.
Let me help you for this. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. So in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's this blue soap made by Hydra in an like alternate reality timeline universe, something that Coulson was in, and it played with people's memories. This isn't technically soap. This is a bath bomb. The Hydra soap that we see.
It's a square box though.
In WandaVision.
I think it's a soap. Oh, theirs is a soap.
Is a play on it's a play on the old collagen bath bombs that were real popular in the 70s and 80s with housewives because it was supposed to help their skin elasticity, things like that. This is called Hydra Soak Luxury Bath Powder. And the Hydra soap in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if I'm not mistaken, is an actual soap though that they were talking about.
Because here's how I actually think it fits with WandaVision. Then it does make sense, sort of. It just references two things, even though it's not part of her history, like Strucker or Stark bombs. It's okay. So you're saying this is a time when Coulson was in a different different universe. It's like one of the weird seasons, right? So that episode is about a multiverse or season. I don't know. I don't care right now. And it lets you forget memories, just like she's kind of forgetting her real life in this. And, she's breaking into a new, she's fucking with universes or, time or something. within her bubble. So I think it does make sense in that way, and I also think the Hydra is coming back. It's one of the reasons they've done 2 Hydra commercials so far.
No, because I agree with the theory of the dude and the female being her parents, and
my other thought is they may have been Hydra.
Then they might have, but
they may have signed up the twins before they died.
The Hydra thing, all of it is easily explainable just because she was held captive and experimented on. So every time we hear Hydra, even though we're seeing signs of Secret Empire potential here, I still think the majority of Hydra is just her memories. And like I mentioned, Coulson calls it soap, legitimately. He says...
No, I'm just saying it's Hydra soap. It's similar. They're not exact. It's not like our references and like this is the same thing. It's like wink, wink.
Like, I don't think so at all, because again, think about that theory of why she remade a reality like TV. We discussed how late American shows can arrive in Europe, especially back in the days of
or just have
Cold
reruns.
War.
I've seen most of the shows they're referencing because of late night or reruns or whatever.
It's different in Europe.
I know, but like even here, you can see that shit that old. At least when I was growing up. Not anymore. Like Nick at Night is no longer
right. But that's what I'm saying
shows.
Is like a lot of things are really, really different in Europe.
And we're actually quite a bit older than her. Both of us, even me, is quite a bit older than Elizabeth Olsen. So
I
think she's mid-20s.
Is
you think Elizabeth Olsen's that old?
I thought so. I thought
she might be. I thought I was closer to the original
89.
Olsen's age. Oh yeah, so she is 1 year younger than me.
Yeah.
So that I'm never older
31. Than. So, but anyways, that all makes sense. So I see this. I see a 1970s 80s commercial for a collagen bath bomb. Hydra connected because Hydra's connected to Wanda. And maybe you're right at the absolute most. It's a wink wink because they made it in a blue box instead of any other color. But I don't think there's any legit connection even with the multiverse angle, because this is a bath bomb connected to a specific type of commercial versus...
It's spelled BALM, right?
No, a bath bomb is BOMB, because usually they hit the water and
the box says that
is everywhere.
It says bomb.
It's a bath powder, but that's the same thing.
Oh, if it said bomb, I'd be like, boom. That's a reference to Civil War, where a Hydra weapon is thrown at Cap by the Skull guy, and then she tosses it up, and that causes the Wakanda fight when she kills the Sokovia Accords, which kills a bunch of people. So if it actually said bath bombs, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
So that's the thing about it, though, is we're so jaded. I got into a political discussion with somebody online.
Uh-oh. I feel bad for that person.
So do I. They actually commented on a friend of mine, Jeff Charles over at Red State, helped my family out like LRM did when we had some car issues. Nick's family helped out. Everyone helped out. And but my buddy Jeff...
Nick did help out too, anyway.
I did say that. I said Nick's
my family helped out.
Oh, and Nick,
like, so did me, motherfucker.
Nick and his family helped out.
Kidding.
Sorry.
But not really.
But yeah, Jeff over there, he wrote a statement online dealing with Miss Harriet Tubman's expedition to be put on the $20 bill, and he happened to make a comment, a joke about Biden reversing, Trump stopping it or slowing it down or whatever he did, and Biden's speeding it up. He made a joke on Biden, right? Just it's clear as day. I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want to. I'm not choosing sides here, but it was like clear as day. His comment was on Biden, right? And it wasn't even hateful. It was a comedic joke, and not grotesque, not in any way. And somebody decided to take that and twist it and demand he apologize for insulting Harriet Tubman. And like,
oh, let's see who was probably talking. Yeah, that's probably.
I was like, where do you see this? Like, it's clear as day what his point is. The conversation was about what Joe Biden is doing and why, not Harriet Tubman herself. And this lady just kept, why are you insulted? Why are you? And Jeff and I were just like, come on, it's plain, right? It's just right there. Unless it's sarcasm, text isn't hard to get, but we're so jaded that we look for stuff like that. I told her, I said, sometimes words are just that. Just read the words as they are, unless it's sarcasm in text, which is hard to get.
Very hard to do.
But I think us in the geek world, we're so used to looking for more that I think this one especially, because
back to our point.
Everyone is so used to the MCU's Infinity Saga, where everything has to be connected. And in here, I really honestly think it's, yes, a little bit of sword and stuff from the outside. I really honestly believe this is a 99.9% Wanda-centric, magic-centric situation. And that the additional things where we're trying to tie it more into stuff dealing with Stark, stuff dealing with Endgame, Infinity War, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the more we get away from WandaVision, Wanda's past included, Spidey and Strange, the more I think we'll be wrong. So that's why when I look at it now, when we're doing our show and I'm watching them on Friday, I'm really focusing on this, not necessarily standing alone, but you're the one that actually said this, Nick. You said this months ago, and I don't think it was like necessarily your original idea, but I think I heard it from you, that Phase 4 will not be one connecting thread. There's going to be multiple.
I keep saying that too.
Threads. Exactly. And I think sometimes we try to still cross those threads, but I think you're right. I think, especially this one, there might be some that are a little Infinity Saga-ish, with a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
But I think this
They'll
thread
always have that
is
too.
Yeah, I think this thread is very, very defined. And I would encourage people to look at everything from a magic only point of view, including when you're looking at the comics, when you're thinking about your theories, and whenever you hear time and past or time and future, just think about Wanda and or Vision. Nothing else.
I'd say Wanda so far, based on what we've seen every time. No, but that's interesting. Well, someone proposed this. I want to throw two like theories at you. They're both theories. I don't believe one of them at all. The other one, it's like, okay, I could buy it.
Okay.
And it kind of fits into what we're saying. House of M's a long story. Someone's like, what if
Oh God, yeah.
WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange are House of M, like 3 parts. Like where it's not obvious that it's like, oh, it's not like it's an actual like trilogy where you're like, oh, what's the direct sequel? But Mephisto, this stuff, if it's House of M and Mephisto and all that combined, just start to we start seeing more each time. The other theory, though, someone's like, what if Wanda is so dangerous, everyone in there is a witch or sorcerer that's trying to keep her locked inside. That's what the neighbor couldn't say. The black neighbor or Herb, he was like and they showed pictures like he could be like Brother Voodoo or whatever that character. And it's like, what if they're all magicians and they're trying to keep her inside, and even Sword doesn't understand it, but it's because she doesn't understand, and maybe they don't even agree with the magicians. Like, maybe it's, Sorcerer Supreme's like, oh fuck, like, this is a threat too. Like, yeah, I want Loki off the planet, but then I fought with this chick, and she's too powerful, and she doesn't know the limits of her powers. We need to, like, teach her in, like, a cell, but someone inside that's corrupting it.
Yeah,
like, another magician is corrupting all that. But
that's a definite possibility. I'm not sure if I buy it because of...
No, it's a bit much, but it's cool.
Yeah, because of that deleted scene, and because it's a deleted scene, it's not technically canon. Feige hasn't come out and said it was canon that after Endgame, Wanda goes to Fury's vault and steals Vision's body. But let's just say allegedly that did happen. That would kind of make that other one a little bit more difficult. However, the merit of that is this. There's definitely a crossroads deal, I believe, that Wanda made, consciously or not, to do whatever part of this that she did. And that devil's deal, I think some people are, like you said, there by choice to try to keep her in, whether it's to help raise the kids, to access her hex magic, her chaos magic, whether it's somebody that's trying to protect the outside world, like Sword. There could be some multi-layer things to it. We've all thought that part of this is Wanda. Obviously, no, rewind. Vision rewound in episode 3. But she's not the only one in control. So it's the mystery that keeps us coming back. But we're so geared towards looking for hidden meanings in everything. And as I was telling this other person, I was like, stop projecting. Don't interpret, read the words as they are. And then I'm like, wait, all I ever do is look for hidden meanings and
that's
shit.
What we're supposed to. What else?
Right, but I think
how else do you even
different.
even if you're not podcasting? That's how I talk with my friends about movies. I'm shit! What if this was going to happen
Christine,
because of this
Brian,
casting?
Yep.
And they're like, what? And it's like, yeah, so I mean, like, it's not something I just do for show.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
we're into this. We have conversations with our friends offline. That
we talk all this shit on Slack.
Yeah, we're talking about with other people from the website without showing it to anyone.
Yeah, and
our channel Slack.
And like I said, I think this one itself is one of those more independent threads, and it's, I think, and I'm hoping I end up being right. I've actually been on a pretty good roll recently with a lot of things, not just Marvel, like in general, and so I'll be. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. As long as it's good, I'm happy to be wrong if it's good. The House of M thing, definitely. I mean, we can already identify House of M just simply because of the whole kid situation. We know that the kid situation happened, what, early 90s, late 80s?
Oh,
something
I've read
like
a lot
that.
of these books, but I haven't read them when they were being released.
And then it was a long time later till we got to House of M, where she snaps and says no more mutants. I do think we're going to get a sort of reverse no more mutants. I'm not quite sure that this universe is her House of M yet.
No, that's what people were proposing, is that it wouldn't really, like, it would come to that head in like the third act of like Multiverse of Madness, or maybe she just does something at the beginning of Multiverse of Madness out of anger that just destroys the multiverse. Then it has all these different elements you expect for a comic book or a film based on a comic book to deal with as far as like the multiverse is broken. I mean, obviously it is in some way if it's called Multiverse of Madness. Like it's like Temple of Doom. It's not a good multiverse and it's not a good temple. Like, no. But I would love it if she was the main villain and maybe still being controlled in Doctor Strange because she's more powerful than Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. And it would
especially after her chaos magic's unlocked.
At this point, and then you can reveal that Baron Mordo.
Mordo,
who's supposed to be the next Doctor Strange villain, has been involved as well through his magic, but it isn't revealed until like post-credit sequence or Doctor Strange, and that's how he works into the plot. And you use her.
What if Mordo is her?
What if Mordo is behind this and not Mephisto from the beginning?
It's too much of a stretch.
That's true. His whole thing is to get rid of magicians, not make them. Where he's like, too many sorcerers or whatever.
Almost like too many mutants. No more mutants. I'll tell you what, I honestly would love to see, and it's not going to happen, but I think I told maybe you this, and I've definitely had this discussion with Brian, because I'm very particular about my X-Men. First off, the very first X-Men movie we get, I don't want fucking Wolverine near it. Fight me. I'm at that Kyle Malone on Twitter. And at that one, the number one Kyle Malone on Instagram. Fight me on it. I don't want Wolverine anywhere near the first fucking X-Men movie. I don't. I want, honestly, what I want is a group of tattered, torn, hungry, decimated mutants seeking shelter from their universe. And I think that's a really, really good way to bring them in. Even more fun would be to have had it where they're coming over after their first movie, which should be Messiah Complex, where they did have a Wanda in their universe who said no more mutants, and we do House of M for the first X-Men movie to a degree. But at the end of it, like I said, we do the Messiah Complex thing. At the end of it, instead of just Cable escaping with Hope Summers,
and we already have a Cable in the MCU.
Yeah. Forge, Madrox, Madrix, however you want to say Multiple Man, but Forge, maybe Madro, and Bishop, open a portal to another universe, and that's the MCU Prime. That would be like my dream, but because I think Messiah Complex is such a cool storyline. And then eventually I want like the big X trilogy, if you will. I want Onslaught. I want them to go against Onslaught, but I'm so scared of AVX.
Okay. I think you would never do this. This is what I would do just to do it quick and to have different universes combined. Because I agree. I don't want mutants created. Otherwise, like, there's no history between Professor X and Magneto, who are even much more important X-Men characters than Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, his popularity makes him almost in every X-Men comics, but it hasn't been that way, like, for the existence of X-Men. He wasn't even part
of the original team, so...
No. Even when he came along, like in that Hulk comic, it's not like he was, until he became more popular later, he wasn't like in every issue or even every storyline. But so I think they need to come from a different one. What? It wouldn't work because enough people would see it and the little kids wouldn't care. But I don't think Marvel would want Deadpool this integrated because it is an MC. I don't know. I think they'll keep it farther apart. That way that kids don't feel like they have to see the other movies, or parents feel pressured. But no, you use Deadpool 3 to combine the universes. And you get everything from Deadpool's universe. So technically the only characters you already have cast are Cable, Domino, Deadpool, that version of Colossus and the two girls. And then you can cast the rest of the X-Men as you please, but they all come from that dimension since Deadpool's coming from that dimension.
I would like that, but you forgot Deadpool 2. They showed that it is the McAvoy class that he was with at that time.
And honestly, but he always talks about fucked up timelines. And honestly, that's probably the only way they'll get. That's all the only way they'll address why he's in the Marvel universe is maybe he'll give a speech about how happy he is, and he's like, I know it doesn't make any fucking sense, but we made it. I made it to the big leagues. Like, forget Passion of the Christ.
I don't know.
I'm a fucking Avenger.
I just know that unlike shit. I know that while a lot of people are all excited to see potential Raimi and Webb Spidey characters in Spider-Man 3, the Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man, Dahan came out and said that he's not in it. But
God.
He could be lying, but I'm saying thank God because I hope he's not in it.
That's what I'm saying. Never was a fan of his Harry.
No.
It's hard to follow James Franco. He was still doing dramatic acting.
I don't know. People want. I don't want any of the past X stuff in the MCU, and I hate that we're likely to get the Fox men. And
that
one way
really worried me when it said
another.
Kevin Feige offered the role to Patrick Stewart, and I'm like, no, if anything, we're moving backwards from where the universe was when Fox lost control.
Yeah,
sure, Professor X was in Logan, but that wasn't the last X-Men movie.
Yeah,
I'd take Fassbender, but I'd rather not have any of them. He turns out to be Wanda and Pietro's father.
There is the whole
oh yeah.
There is that whole real multiverse theory, which is explored in comics and science fiction all the time, where we could potentially use the same actors and they be different versions.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Star Trek. All that mirror universe shit.
It's a potential. I don't want it, but it's a potential, because there's that, when you go with things like string theory, M3 theories, and everything else dealing with alternate dimensions and stuff. You and I in Earth 3C are doing this exact same podcast, but the
I'm missing an arm.
Difference is
because I had a disease.
Yeah,
I'm missing a foot because I have diabetes in that universe.
Yeah, you lost a foot to diabetes, and that's it. That's the only.
And you're a woman.
Only difference. Oh, what's that?
I'm like, and you're a woman.
Oh,
your sex went the opposite way early on.
That would be a pretty big difference.
Otherwise, everything's the same. Okay, I got one last pitch for you, and then you're welcome to end your own show. Okay, Deadpool 3 subtitle: Avenger versus X-Men. They go through the universe whole. So he learns about the official Avengers, and Deadpool's like, "Fuck, this X team I was on before. Like, I'm an Avenger. You never show another Avenger in the movie. He's never told he can be one. He's just like, I'm an Avenger." And he's like, that means I need to fight you X-Men. And he just fights the mutants we've seen in Deadpool 2. Like, he fights Cable and Domino and Colossus and the two girls, because he's Avenger versus X-Men. And they're like, you're crazy, Wade. Maybe he's being manipulated. They're like, you're crazy, Wade.
Oh, only if he comes bursting through the door carrying a copy of AVX and is like, we have to fight.
We have to do this now that I'm an Avenger.
We have to do this now that I'm an Avenger.
That would be brilliant. Hire us. I know they're already writing it, but hire us.
I could say, and it's a perfect opportunity for a meta Van Wilder joke. Hey, Sealoss, because you remember his dog Colossus in the Van Wilder movie? He called him Sealoss. He should call Colossus in Deadpool 3. He should be like, hey, Sealoss, you bitch.
I'm surprised they didn't already do that in one of the first two.
I don't know.
Like that seems an obvious thing. Oh, I don't think he has. So. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they haven't already.
Yeah.
Like that's a nice, easy Ryan Reynolds reference joke.
Yeah, let's see. Deadpool 1's script. Okay, hey.
I don't remember that being a line in either, unless it was cut from the script, because I've seen them both lots of times.
Yeah,
I've seen all three cuts of Deadpool 2.
I want to double check. You know what I'm saying? I want to make certain.
But yeah, you're green. Contact me, Feige, Ryan Reynolds, and we will get that line in, and we will get that story ironed down all the way for you.
Yeah, I can't find a Sealaw. Yeah, that's all perfect. I would be down with. I would actually
give me the MCU and let's let Feige go over and do the Star Wars universe.
No,
you don't trust me now, do you?
No, Star Wars. Listen to the Cantina on Fridays, ladies and gentlemen, for Star Wars. I'll steal from Nick. No, I'm joking. No, how would you feel if Deadpool 3 was Deadpool kills the
Love it.
Fox universe?
Yeah. Oh my god, because I love those comics. I think I have Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe 2. Nice. All 6 issues of each. I'm sure there's more of them now. That was 10 years ago, and 8 years ago, but I'd love it. I would do. Hugh Jackman would have to come back for something where he probably has he'd be the final boss.
No, he should be the first one killed.
Yeah, and he should be doing something else, not even paying attention.
Yeah.
And then he's sliced into so many pieces that he can't. No, that Deadpool slices off his head. It's the only scene they actually need Hugh Jackman for. And then he throws it in concrete so that he can't grow back or some shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was easy. God, what was Ryan Reynolds so obsessed with?
Yeah.
Why is Ryan Reynolds so obsessed with this guy?
Oh, you see, guys, we could do this. We got it. All right. Nick.
Wait.
Thank you.
Marvel, Nick, and Kyle universe, cinematic universe, podcast universe.
The cool thing is we actually discussed some things that aren't on this week's Marvel Multiverse Mondays. You and I got to talk about a few things that we've thought about since even discussing with for that show. Marvel's got a big year ahead. I looked at a lot of still frames from Loki. There's a lot of really interesting things in those still frames, and let's see, Falcon Winter Soldier. God damn, I can't wait for that. That's
the movies,
one
I'm crushing on the most, even more than any of the movies. I just want to I pitched that movie on LRM years ago. The year 2016, I pitched that movie, which is probably the moment everyone thought about it. That's the year the Civil War came out, and there was being dicks to each other, and yet also trying to fight Spider-Man together and winking at each other, and Captain America gets a kiss. So I pitched it as a movie, and then one of my favorite comics has been Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, Tales of Suspense, Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, where it's what I wanted. It's a buddy comedy between two Avengers with no superpowers. I know that's what we're getting. Yay! And they use the Captain America theme.
And on that note, cut the check, because we are done here, ladies and gentlemen, with LR Mornings. Thank you guys so much for listening. You guys know what to do. Check out LRMonline.com every single day. All your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Also follow us at LRM_exclusive on Twitter. If you don't have time to read all the articles, because we publish the headlines and you can retweet and all that good stuff.
That's how I do news.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the YouTube channel. Lots of awesome things there too. Podcast channel. Dude, like 10 shows, and I'm going to piss Nick off with something next week. So be ready for that. And that'll make
what?
that'll be a replacement for No Mercy, which only has 2 more episodes this season, this week and next week. And we'll be done with Cobra Kai season 3.
If you make a second Marvel show, by God, I will slit your throat. Okay.
You're making a Marvel show.
You said I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah, you will. Because it's just me. It's me all by myself. You won't be part of it.
I do miss you whenever I...
Exactly. You're going to have to look at me on the screen and be like, I miss you, buddy.
Yeah. That's why I save frames
go check out our podcast channel, wherever you get the podcast from. We're everywhere, from Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google, and we're free. So,
Apple Stitcher.
That's pretty fucking cool to be free, right? Nick, interwebs, places that others can find you at
Geeky Nick Doll on Twitter, doing Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, which is supposed to come out every Friday, and Marvel Multiverse Mondays, and you can guess what day that comes out on. That's me, Kyle, and I like Coots as a third. He might be there every time.
Yeah, Coots is a good guy.
Yeah,
Coots is awesome. Coots is awesome. With that, ladies and gentlemen, get the hell out of here. Go be a cog in the machine, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Cut the check. Stole it.